summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll run on first down. Compton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go. Triple 38.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
50 Fury.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ready, ready. Check right.
On first down, Compton. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Compton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll run with Mitchell. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now play fake. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And space tough to come by there. It's going to give maybe a yard to the 37.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring it down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the
sack. Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. They'll run on 1st down. Compton. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd man to go with that run.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Opposite, 3, ready.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
But now throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Come on, set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown.
We talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first quarter at their own 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Okay, ready?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And going right back to Walker.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Ready.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Compton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Ryan Succop will come on and try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Hey, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
This one goes underneath to Walker, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. and they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw again. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
They're still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Let's go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2nd and 6. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point safely through. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. And we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Compton. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Now a handoff up the middle. Compton. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain in the play that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's not the man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. chance.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a man open down the middle of the field. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding Walker complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And Walker once more.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Michael, 3-3.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and going. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, Lance.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
Ready, play.
Up the middle they go. Compton. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Brandon, as you saw, they're going to play action there. They're going to drag the receiver from left to right across the field and hope to find a gap to throw the ball to him. Not there. Excellent job defensively and no run after the catch.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
To throw, it's Lance.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 26.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Compton down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Compton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Compton. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Succop's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And cycle.
He'll look to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the defense helping them out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Here we go. 6, 7.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Dale.